Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to map 3 of this game between London Lynx and non-educated delinquents. Going to be doing a knife round, as this was the map left over, just to see who will start on what side. I am joined, as always, by my podcaster.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be an interesting one, and as Novi always says, the winner of pistol wins the match. So.
Is that a hard and fast rule?
I've got it on good authority from Novi. That is correct. So if it's wrong, then blame him.
Okay, I will. So it's always so fun. It's gonna be
knife
talking,
round
I'm
out
excited.
of the way.
I'm excited. Yeah, it's one of the 10 commandments. Yay! One of the 10 commandments of CS.
If you win knife, you win game.
No, you said if you win pistol, you win game.
That was knife round though. I didn't say pistol.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Did I? Clip it. Prove it.
Someone clip it, and I will be proved as right. But we are getting into the first pistol round. Ping for the side of NEDS has that kit and a double flash. Trouble actually with a smoke and a flash, with Cyber playing a little bit of the raid boss tactic. Two players towards this B bomb site. Trials just waiting, spots out Emmy, gets a little bit of damage, doesn't get anything more than 10 HP down. They're just going to be moving up towards the A bomb site. They've got a player in arch side to do NEDS, and now the wrap comes in. And they're just running past Jay. This could be awkward for Neil. Gets one. And already we're in a 3 versus 2 situation with the bomb down. Nice
little play in theory there for London Lynx, able to wrap all the way around and cause a little bit of havoc. Removes a lot of these positions that NEDS were set up in to stop them from getting onto the A side. So could be the case as Cyber, he's going to have to pick one up onto Jay. Trouble then, also going to be able to find a frag onto NEDS, and London Lynx, other than losing 2 players, a bit of a comfortable pistol round for them.
It definitely was. What I'm really confused about was Jay actually letting them all past. It doesn't look like they were actually looking in his direction as they passed toward, as they passed on the long side, and that just was a little bit perplexing. But Jay going to be helping his mate in Emmy. Nade goes in, does 10 damage again. That's the 2nd round in a row that Emmy can take down to 10 damage at the start of the round.
I think this is actually going to be quite an interesting round, considering what we've seen this NEDS side be able to do with CZs, and especially on that on train. Ping. Oh, and Ping able to find the frag onto Brody. That guy's missing a head, and Ryback going to be able to upgrade his weapon at the loss of his teammate. And Neil, that flash just comes in at the worst possible time for him. Surely Neil doesn't come out on top in this situation. Ping got to be careful of this guy when he's using the deagle as well. Always got the ability to find some headshots as Ryback's going to start swinging around the game. Ping does actually find himself another deagle frag, and Mog as well also going to find himself a CZ kill. So somehow in this round, NEDS do have the man advantage, and that just gets even worse. NEDS starting out on the CZs and the deagles.
It works for them.
It certainly does, and I could see it coming. I saw the weapon set up, and NEDS just proving me right on that one.
That was a really unfortunate time for Trouble enter reload. He was at the front of site, just behind the box. I think it was Jay who heard the reload and then decided that was the time to push the site, and it worked out perfectly. They get the round. London Lynx actually going to be saving. They got the bomb down, so they're going to be able to buy next round. The nade comes in.
That nade has done a nice little displacement of damage towards London Lynx.
Very nice.
And it's going to be interesting to see if London Lynx can replicate some kind of It's sort of a similar performance with these CZs. Trouble and Ryback are going to be using them. The rest are going to opt for a PT50. And Emmy, nice little position to spam through. Manages to find Cyber, able to spot him through that tiny little gap in the smoke. And they're both Emmy and Mog. This gap need to be careful to line up. Ryback, got a bit of last life. It's going to go down in the end. Nice and easy for Neds. Perfect little round for them there. No one to go down in the end. 2-1.
And they pick up upgraded pistols as well, so that's going to be really good for them if they ever get caught out on a reload. Not a lot of utility for the London Lynx side. They have 3 smokes, a couple of flashbangs, but not much else. It's going to be intriguing to see what they can do in this round. Of course, all the utility in the world for NEDS. Still got a lot of Molotovs and smokes. Brody gonna be probing. Perhaps Emma. How does he get that away? Almost scot-free. Charles runs through a smoke with no help from his teammates. Emmy takes it down, and now this is perfect time for them to rotate back onto site. And they're actually going to boost Emmy onto second oranges. So that's going to be a position that you don't normally see in play. You normally see them on the first oranges, as there's actually a way to get up that on your own. But despite not getting the first kill, that's not going to deter the London Lynx team. Just going to be pushing up. They've still got 50 seconds, so they can go back if needed, but it looks as though they're not going to.
I'd suggest when London Lynx do go ahead to that push, I'd suggest Emmy's probably going to go down pretty quickly. I'd suggest that's close to ASB is going to be one of the first places that they're going to check for him. London Lynx swinging round, and Emmy actually does manage to find 2 frags. And I am completely eating my words right now. Emmy going to find himself a triple, and Trouble N is going to be able to take Emmy down in the end, but not before he does a considerable amount of damage towards London Lynx. Trouble N, 3 frags to find. Mog, Ping, and Neil going to be in the way of him and try and retake against him at the moment.
I do like how they're playing together. It means that if one of them goes down, they can trade frag. And Trouble N not going to be looking the right way. Sees the shadow.
That's 1, that's 2. Trouble N not able to take him. Mog's going to find it in the end. I thought for a second there Trouble N was going to pull off some performance and a half. Didn't quite come to fruition though.
I thought he was as well. Gets 3 kills for the round. Mog does shut it down. The money's still pretty good on the counter-terrorist side. They can buy back into this round. The bomb goes down, so London Lynx will be taking an eco with a little bit of weaponry and armor. Actually, 5 CZs, 5 half armors. This looks like it's going to be fun. And they're definitely going to be going towards the apps, because the CZ is such a close range weapon. That's probably the best use that they're going to get for it. The A site, possibly pick up some weaponry and then use that later. Neil spots out Trials and getting a little bit of information. Emmy looking like he was going to rotate over, but he's not going to. Smoke and flash come out, and now the hit is on.
Yeah, and this is a scary prospect, getting met with all of these CZs, and oh,
this is a B-Rap. That's so big, but Emmy has an up, so he's got the perfect angle.
Yeah, they're completely aware of it at the moment. Emmy should be able to find himself a couple, but actually not going to have the effect that he was hoping for. Molotov actually could be absolutely critical in this one. This is actually going to trap them and force themselves through it. Cyber and Ryback, Jay going to do an absolutely ace job there of not giving up anymore. There could have been an AWP there for them to pick up if he'd have gone down, and Ned's just shutting those players down.
It's not something you normally see to have a B-Rap. I haven't seen it at all during this tournament this weekend. So that's pretty good from ever the IGL is for London Lynx. Nice double nade, not doing a lot of damage, but the B-Rap, especially on an eco round or a little bit of a force buy round, normally you'd smoke in front of that arch and push through and make sure that no one's there, but Neil spots out the aggression. A nade goes in, right back down to 50 HP. Just using a smoke to smoke off long side. Jay gets a flash from his teammate. Make sure there's no one towards the banana position. A minute left in the round. Not a lot actually gained, but the push should be coming in any second now. And even with that flash, there's still going to be 4 players towards this A site as the hit comes in momentarily. But as I say, that Trouble N looks to be going back. He's actually just throwing a smoke. And now the push should be imminent. They've only got 40 seconds left, and now it's coming in.
Oh, Neil actually just managed to find himself back. He goes down in the end, and the Lynx are going to be able to take a little bit of control on towards this A site. Emmy and Jay are going to be on the retake, and that's a nice quick frag on towards Brody.
That's the full HP player as well. So Jay's going to be such a big factor in this retake as they go in.
2 versus 2.
That Molotov actually doesn't go where it's supposed to. And actually Trouble N's Molotov does go where it's supposed to. They shut down the retake. It's going to be a second round for London Lynx, but the utility on CT side should still be good. Drop over to Jay. Drop from Emmy to Mog. So not as much utility as they would have wanted, but there's still enough whilst London Lynx, Brody's only on an AK. I must admit that was really good team play from the London Lynx players during that retake.
Yeah, something different does need to be seen at the moment. Just try and break things up a little bit. London Lynx now going to be pushing towards this A side to see if they can make something of this round. Jay's going to start doing the rotate. Well, London Lynx, I was just about to say that they were going to go towards the A side, but I think now it's going to start pushing down towards mid and then through banana at this point. I think what they've done there was mainly just to force some rotates round, and if that's correct, that certainly worked for NEDS players now towards the A site. If this can be a fast London Lynx push, they're going to catch Emmy completely off guard. He's going to miss the op shot. He's going to have to pull away, use a little bit of utility. That's a nice shot on towards Trials, and Emmy, he's going to try and look for some more in this situation. Needs to be careful at this point because London Lynx players have made their way onto the B site. The rest of NEDS are going to start rotating round now. They've got the man advantage in a 5 versus 4 situation, but the bomb is down for London Lynx. And it's going to be a case of now having to see if NEDS can do a little bit of retaking for us at the moment. Ryback's in a nice position to possibly try and catch some of these players, but...
So is Brody, he's on top of the boxes. Retake looks like he's going down where it is, but Jay gets the first kill. And Emmy is already there. Ping gets one into trouble, and now it's Ryback. And actually Cyber, but now it's just Ryback. 1, 2, Mog versus Ryback, and Ryback wins it! A 4K, all headshots. He can't, actually he could have salvaged an AWP, but what a clutch from Ryback. Gets a wonderful headshot onto Mog to end it. And that's just NEDS now on an eco.
I think there was a certain point in that exchange where Ryback really had already won the round. He just got to a point of, hey, let's just swing round for the frag. Let's just go for it at this point. And Ryback aim just crisp essentially, alright on point. And well, London Lynx actually really fast play at the moment, starting to move round to this A side here. Let's get one frag onto Brody. Really messy round actually this. London Lynx not getting quite what they expected out of it. Emmy and Neil versus Trouble and Ryback. Oh, and this does not fare well at the moment. Ryback going to be able to connect the shot on Emmy. No kit, USP. Maybe, just maybe, might just play for some extra in this situation. Ryback's just going to pepper him with bullets. He's going to go down. London Lynx going to make it 4-4.
That was a much closer round than it really needed to be for London Lynx. Against pistols like that, you don't want to be losing 3 members. It was just a little bit hectic as well. That's maybe why it happened, but the buy is going to be coming in. Now, Trouble can be very, very happy in the knowledge that they don't have head armor. So his Mach 10 is going to be very, very big. But I love this position from Mog. He's deciding to actually switch up his position. And Mog does get the opening kill, falls back as he should. And the man advantage does go the way of NEDS at the start of the round. And they're just going to be playing back. I also do love the position from Ping. I believe it's actually Neil as well. So the double peek can come in. I would much prefer it though if Neil was playing anti-flash. So that if the hit does come in, actually I think Ping's playing anti-flash for Neil as Neil gets one and he links up with Ping for a double. And that should most likely be the push shutdown.
The
but
real question is there's two of them going around there and neither of them checks it. That, you know,
you hate to see it.
Yeah, you hate to see it indeed. All it required is one of the players just to check towards their right. You know, there was no smoke. Was there? I don't even know if there was a flash.
There wasn't a smoke, there wasn't a flash, but the push is coming in right now.
Once again, London Lynx just not really checking the angles in these exchanges and certainly paying the price for it, and that's given NEDS the lead.
It has once again, and the good thing is, for NEDS, they managed to get all head armor. Got head armor, they've all got kits, they've all got utility, and they pick up the AWP and all of the AKs. So, well, you know, this is going to be fun. But
head armor in a round like this, certainly quite good considering the lack of AK-47s, and Jay just going absolutely ham. He's going to find himself 4, I believe, in that exchange, and that's just going to leave it all onto Brody. Has got an AK-47, only 45 HP to work with, bombed at the top of Banana, and Emmy might just be the play to find something here. That nade's going to bounce around. Brody's going to go down to 29 HP, going bad to worse at the moment. If your name's Brody, and everyone's caught knows where he is at the moment. Position's very much being given away.
But they were actually starting to respect him a little bit, but with Neil on this flank, it's not going to happen. He gets shut down. 4 players survive. So even when, you know, NEDS are winning rounds, they're actually still keeping a lot of people alive, and that's a trend that we saw in the cash game. Look at all of these, you know, round 4, only 1 player survived, but still, through these rounds, so many people surviving, whilst for London Lynx, only 1 or 2 surviving every single round, and that is really limiting their economy and what they can do with these rounds and allowing NEDS to get these leads that they are. And actually now, as I say that, looks as though it's going to be a push onto this A site with Neil shutting it down with 3. He doesn't get a 4th, but Trials is there and now has an AK, so he could do work with this.
Yeah, something to watch out for at the moment. Trouble then, not able to find that frag in the end. Trials going to be the last live, and he's trapped at the moment. In fact, whoa, Mog!
Tries to Trials' Molotov.
That's certainly an interesting frag on the A-bomb site. He's going to go down, and Trials now look to try and make something of it, but not to be. Ping and Mog teaming up there to find that final exchange of the round. And we are going to continue to see that double op setup on this CT side at the moment. Emmy and Mog are going to continue this run. Emmy actually having a really great game at the moment. 15 and 7 on this guy. Jay also 10 and 6. Not doing too well towards London Lynx if you have a quick peek at the scoreboard, but certainly round-wise, plenty of time to get back into this for them. And we've now seen a few individual players coming out for the moment. That's
huge.
A nice double nade. Trials is going to hit the floor, and straight away that gives NEDS a nice little advantage coming into this round.
That's something that I haven't really seen for a while on Inferno, to double nade that specific bit.
It's usually the other way around. It's usually, we see a really early nade, double nade coming out from the T side.
Yeah, you see them trying to get control of Banana with those early nades, and actually sometimes you do see the nade go further down if they've smoked off towards top, actually towards bottom Banana for the CTs, as the T's now have control of mid and look as though they're going to be going towards this A site, as Mog does get the first kill. gets a flash. That flashes 2 people, but Mog can't get any more with it. Ryback comes around the corner, and now the wrap is on. Look at Trouble N. He's going to be huge now.
Yeah, Trouble N managing to find a frag onto Ping there as to try and make up for that. 2 players are going to be alive now for London Lynx. Bomb is down on the A site. Manages to pick it up, and Ryback's going to be able to get that bomb down, but he's going to be on his own. He tries to defend himself now on the bomb side, and pull that wall back. Unfortunately, going to be all too much. Emmy does manage to find the frag in the end with the P250.
Will he find that? Or he doesn't pick it up, actually. So that would have been a little less investment going into the next round, but maybe Mog just isn't feeling too confident on it. He's not, it seems. He's going to be picking up an M4. They're going back to the single AWP setup, and if I was London Lynx at this point, I would definitely be calling a pause. You know, they've lost 4 rounds in a row, and they've lost a half on their map pick, which isn't very good if you're on the T side, especially if you're mixed in a map. But look at this. This is such a nice boost. I've never seen this before.
Nice boost, but not a lot of use when London Lynx aren't coming up banana, as we do see them now approaching that A site. And it's going to be interesting to see if they can make anything from it. Bomb's actually going to hit the floor at the moment.
Yeah, I don't understand why they did that. But look, no, this is huge, because he's going to catch off Jay, it seems. But Emmy gets the first kill, and now Jay going to be so big. He does slug out, so that gives banana control to the counter-terrorists. And with the amount of utility left, they can still keep it. But Jay just going to be running away after Emmy gets that first kill. And all that does is make sure that the terrorists have to go towards this A site. Neil gets one, but there's one on the site, and this could be dangerous for London Lynx.
Yeah, Brody's going to find a frag onto Neil, and at the moment, these rounds seem uneven, but it's just NEDS that just seem to have that little bit of an advantage, as we do see Ping going to connect with the head of Brody. Ryback, he's going to manage to get the bomb down. He's got a lot of work to do. How does he not go down there? Almost full flashed, and in that situation, Emmy able to salvage it for NEDS, but Ryback, way too much room to move there.
He was given a lot of room to move. It was also just Ping actually really committed to that. He overcommitted, if anything, to that peek onto Ryback after the bomb went down. And it was also Jay fluffing his shots, actually, to allow Ryback to get that kill. But Emmy, what a beast so far. With 14 rounds in, he's got 19 kills. Being the AWP player, certainly looking like he is the star so far of this LAN. As we go into the 14th round, Mog gets taken down by Brody. That will force a rotate, as there's only one player on this A bomb site, and it looks as though they're starting to notice this, London Lynx. They spot the head of Neil, as he will throw a nade, which does huge damage onto Brody. And now it's going to be Jay on site. Brody doesn't see him, but he does eventually. Jay goes down. Ping gets one back, but it's still a 2 versus 4 retake.
Yeah, me and Ping, it's going to be a little bit too tricky for them, I'd suggest, in this situation. Both going to be coming from the same angle. Emmy might just try and find a couple of frags coming from library, but I think at this point, deciding against it, the defense from London Lynx probably going to be a little bit too tough at the moment. That bomb's going to tick away, and we're going to start seeing Emmy and Ping start making their way back towards that B site.
Yeah, that's why it's actually happened. Is look at the money. It's not great. You've got 2k on Jay, 2k on Mog, almost 3k on Ping, but only 100 on Neil. And they're only going to be getting $1,400. So if anything, it's really good that Emmy and Ping are safe. They can drop weapons over if they need. Actually, they will need to. It's the last round of the half. NEDS looking to make it 10-5. London Lynx looking for a 9-6 scoreline. All the utility that London Lynx will need. No one actually picking up an AWP so far for London Lynx. Emmy will keep that AWP.
Yeah, Ryback's got to be so careful of Emmy in this situation. This guy's just going to be looking to increase that kill count as this game goes on, and this is a perfect round for him to do it. AWP in hand, has a bit of utility to his name to work with, and I think he's just going to be trying to be the master of banana in this situation. Not wanting to relinquish control, despite the fact that London Lynx have used a little bit of utility to try and push him back. He's just going to try and continue to hold this at the moment. Does eventually get forced away, but going to be able to boost Jay up.
Flower pot boost we've seen a lot, especially when it was first introduced as the Inferno redesign, being used a lot by pro teams to look over the smoke. I remember the boss, actually in this year's major, yes, it was the Boston major. Yes, it was, where it was Cloud9 versus FaZe, and it was used with great effect, but the double P comes in, but Ping 1, 2, he can't get anything, he only gets 1, but the damage has been done to Ryback, and now the bomb will go down, it'll be a 3 versus 2 retake, and they're going to need to do this. Yeah,
you thought they were going to line up a little bit there, but not going to be the case for Ping, as he only manages to find himself a frag in that exchange. But looking good still for London Lynx, 3 versus 2. And Jay and Emmy have got a lot of work to do. But if you're going to have someone alive for NEDS, let's make it Emmy. This guy's able to do things. They both have kits. Emmy with the open. At the moment, Cyber's not going to try and give anything. That's not something you want to see. Emmy goes down, and shortly after, Jay goes down after finding a frag onto Triple N. That's going to be the end of the first half, 9-6. If you are just joining us at the moment, we have seen 2 of the maps prior to this one, and we are currently at a 1-1 situation. So this is map number 3 in a best of 3, and we are going to be seeing whoever takes this map will move on to another map a little later on today to face CEX in our lower bracket final. Don't go anywhere for that one, because that one will be casted by Novi and Yumi.
It will indeed. CEX have been waiting a long time for it, but we're in the pistol round. 5 sets of armor for the terrorists. They're already up mid. Brody does think Neil, but only through the wall. And Jay just not knowing where to look, but Neil on the flank gets a double. Can he get the triple onto Brody? Cyber still in pit. And actually, he does get the triple onto Brody, and that's 2 versus 2 retake.
Yeah, another one of these situations to watch. I've seen a lot of 2 versus 2s towards the A site in the previous half, and now we're going to see it again in pistols. Trouble N finds a frag onto Neil. Emmy onto Cyber. 1 versus 1 in such a critical pistol round. Emmy probably going to be your favourite to take it in this situation. Just needs to find 1 frag onto Trouble N. Such low HP, only 17 on him, but it only takes 1 shot from this USP. But he's going to stick it. Emmy, you need to do something. Time's ticking away, and Trouble N finds it. London Lynx steal the pistol round.
That's so unfortunate for Emmy. He didn't realise that he picked up the defuse kit. He heard the dink go through. So I'm really confused as to why it did happen, but because they get the bomb down, they'll be able to buy into the 18th round. Emmy just on a deagle. That nade will do such big damage. Takes Jay down to 55 HP, and they're doing the same as they did last time. This 4-man stack, a 4-man defense, looking like it's going to be working well for London Lynx. Maybe it won't be later in the half, or maybe even next round, when non-educated delinquents or NEDS do have some rifles to work with. Emmy being boosted up, but Cyber sees it. Mod gets the first goal, but now should just be a foregone conclusion, it seems. The Cyber picks up 2, and a 3rd, and now a 4th.
Yeah, Ned's just peppered by London Lynx bullets in that exchange, just getting caught out in that little area, and not a lot they can do in it, but does advance the round forward. We can see maybe a bit more of an even round coming in at this point.
Does, but not too bad utility on terrorist side. Not what you want to be seeing, but they've got 5 smokes and some flashes and even a HE grenade, and they're already getting banana control. But look at this. There's actually a double push into apps by both Trouble and Cyber.
Nice little crossfire they've set up for each other at this point. Watching either angle, and this might just catch out. Jay needs to be super careful. And Cyber's going to give away that position. London Lynx almost a synchronized retreat there. And Jay gets away with that one scot-free, luckily for him. And we're going to see all players remain alive as we get close to the 1 minute marker here. The trial's just peeking out, just trying to get a little bit of information, just seeing if anyone's going to come from Banana. And well, this round has yet to heat up. 55 seconds on the clock. Jay's going to move around to reclaim bomb. And I would suggest at this point we are going to see a NEDS push towards the B sites. Looking at the way these players are lining up now towards Banana, Mog just advancing a little bit at this point, but that smoke is going to delay things even more. 40 seconds now ticking down on the clock, and I suggest this is going to be a very late push into the B site. Not a lot of time to react, and we're going to have to see a very quick rotation coming out from London Lynx. Here, but Trials is in an absolutely fantastic position. Emmy's down to 5 HP, Mog's down to 1 HP, so Neil's going to be the only full HP player at this point, and London Lynx have the advantage of 3 full HP players coming round, 2 M4s as well, just to make things worse in this situation. And well, Brody's going to take complete advantage of that, and he's going to upgrade himself. Mog, last alive, 1 HP, not a lot of choice of things he can do in that situation. London Lynx are going to bring it to 9-9.
That was really good positioning by Trials. Whenever you're in a smoke, it can go really one of 2 ways. You see sometimes, like just then, it works out really well for the player, or sometimes you can see it in other points where they just caught out at the wrong moment and get taken doon. But it will be a 9th round for London Lynx, tying up the score. And now the terrorist side do have some pistols and some armor, and it looks as though just now they're going to be getting the B control, and they're already out. Pink does get the first kill, gets taken down, and now it's Jay and Emmy. Emmy's in such a good position right now. If Cyber was to look, he doesn't. Emmy takes it down. Now it's right back, does get that kill. But look, there's no one on this A bomb site. They have been caught hook, line, and sinker,
yeah,
and they're going to have to retake.
London Lynx even still using some utility there. Trouble End's going to get the information there. He's going to be able to hear that bomb go down, and now London Lynx know the mistake they've made. Time to start, you know, coming back round towards this A site, and it's going to be a difficult retake for them. Granted, Jay does have 13 HP. Mog does have an M4, but there's already so much time that's ticked away here, and Mog has found a frag. Neil with the CZ plays, finds himself 2 kills and 2 critical kills. It'll be indeed. That's going to give NEDS the lead, and well,
you hate to see people losing to CZs, but in that round, that wasn't CZs being overpowered. That was London Lynx being caught in a lie, basically. They were faked so hard, and that's something that was really done well by NEDS. It's so big for them. They come back into this game. They've got everything that they will need. Only Trouble End on this B site, and they've realized that they get banana control early. That starts to unsettle the CTs. They can do what they want. Got Cyber and Ryback. Flash goes in. So we switch to the other side of the map. Mog gonna try see if he can do anything right now. It looks as though it's going to be another B. It's going to be a fake. But Trouble End is in such a big position for this. Spots the shadow, but takes so much damage at the same time. Cyber is forced out. They find Ryback. That's going to be so huge.
Yeah, London Lynx now in a position where they've got 3 players towards this A side, 1 player towards B, and NEDS now have opened things up a little bit for them, but they do still have a little bit of decision making to go to. If they do choose to go for this A site, you could suggest maybe it could be the wrong site for them to go to. 3 players are going to be holding it, but I guess they just don't have the information to properly make that decision. Jay is going to boost his teammate up behind him, but Gonna be a tricky take for him, Emmy.
Look at this. This is... I've never seen this used before, and it's used to great effect. And now there's only one more person left. Looks like it's just going to be the save, but look where Neil is. But he doesn't catch it. Trouble looking to just save this M4. Do you think he'll do it?
Trouble then saving the M4. I mean, it depends how passive he plays. I think if he was to just hide behind those sandbags, he certainly could have done. I think that kill onto Neil, though, is going to be his own doing. He's given away his position at this point. They know where he is. 19 HP. I'd suggest this isn't a firefight he's going to win. And if Mog chooses to play aggressive here, Trouble then definitely going to go down. And I think that's going to be the case. Mog's going to come out on top in the end.
An 11th round for them on Inferno.
Yeah, someone did tease the possibility of overtime in chat earlier, and
oh, please, no.
That does, from a casting perspective, yeah, great, let's have a little bit of overtime, but from scheduling purposes, and I'm pretty sure our next casters that are going to take over from us in terms of how late that game would go, it's already, if you're watching from any other country, it's already now 1:45 midnight. So from a scheduling perspective, overtime would be pretty extreme. That being said, it's still a possibility at this point. 11 rounds to 9, only a 2-round lead coming out for NEDS at the moment, and Ryback just doing a little bit of jiggle. Find something, Emmy! Some good frags towards mid, some nice eco frags for these guys at the moment. London Lynx even just making themselves available essentially to get shot down. Not a lot of, potentially not a lot of thought really going into it. They're going to go down in the end, 12-9. Adds an extra round on the board for NEDS. And, well, what did you think of that one?
There's not a lot you can analyse, just some pretty standard eco frags, but now is where it gets interesting. Brody has picked up that AWP. He's got to be a little bit cautious though. He doesn't have any head armor, doesn't have any armor, full stop. So London Lynx gonna need to try and get some form of information somehow, be it a push towards banana, which they are doing right now. They've gained the banana control, so this should force, it does force Trouble N and also Trials towards the A bomb site. So there's two things that NEDS can either do. They can either leave it or try and retake it with as much utility as possible. If they do retake it, this is where it gets interesting. Is Ryback still on top? Will they spot it out? Jay still walking along. Ryback does take it down, but does escape with only 12 HP and should be lucky that he comes away with his life.
Yeah, at the moment, NEDS, it's a bit of a tricky situation for them. Man down with 30 seconds remaining. They are going to have to make a play towards this A site fast, or this round's going to start running away from them. Emmy could be in a nice position here to connect with the head of Trials, and he certainly does in the end. Neil needs to be careful and check behind him at the moment, but he's allowed to find the frag onto Cyber, and Ping going to be the one to check the corner where Troublesome, where Trouble N is hiding, and Brody and Ryback are handed an absolutely impossible situation at the moment. A retake versus 4 players, and it's not a challenge that they're going to be prepared to take at the moment. Going to be trying to save their weapons towards the B site.
They are, and with the amount of money that NEDS have, they can try and chase this. If they take down Brody, that's going to be such a big scalp, as Brody going to be looking towards the banana position, but he gets it, and now Mog needs to make sure that he doesn't die. He was the one that was still there with the bomb. Brody and Ryback do escape with their lives and their weapons and armor. In the case of Ryback, some drops going back and forth. Brody, I would have preferred if he dropped a FAMAS and gained some armor. There's the fact of aim punch still comes up today, as Mog going to be looking towards mid. Jake trying to get some banana control. It looks like it's going to be trials, either one. That flash, perfect. Gets Jay. And Ryback's there for the refrag. Taken down by him. And now they're still giving bottom banana control to NEDS. And now they're giving up top banana control as well. And the rotations could actually favour the terrorist side. But they still do have to contend with Ryback on site. Push should be coming in. They've got to do it quick. Trouble End's trying, is almost cottoning onto this. Now the smoke does come in from Ryback. Emmy going into a little cubby. Flash will come over, so that should be the signal for them to attack, and it is. Emmy goes through that smoke, but his teammates aren't there.
It's a nice couple of frags there to Trouble End, just to put London Lynx a little bit back into it. I was just starting to think that maybe NEDS were going to start to run away with this one, to try and sink some rounds together. But this remains a close game. 10 rounds to 13. Trouble End to perform a little bit of a nice set of kills there right at the end of the round. And well, London Lynx now. If there's a time to step up, it's now. This is map number 3. We are pretty much at this point in our own little mini best of 1 then. So the winner of this map will go forward to face CEX, which is still later on tonight. So once this game is done, don't go anywhere. That is still yet to come. That being said, we're here for the present and the now, you could say. NEDS versus London Lynx, and NEDS do still have that advantage, as Mog looks like he might just try and be the harassment player as he makes his way into apartments.
He's just trying to get a little bit of apartments control, try and keep the CTs guessing. And that's what's happening right now. A nice little default. They're not playing in pairs, which you would normally see from a CT side. A flash comes in, and all it's doing is harassing this CT side, as that's actually a really nice smoke from Trouble End. Bounces off the skybox and down in front of Car. It still gives them top banana control to NEDS, but all it's doing now is making sure that they have to go towards this A site, and these smokes are gonna be crucial. The smokes go out, they need to run. It's gonna call for the rotations, but not anymore. Molotovs rain in, and it's just Brody and Cyber left to deal with it.
Cyber actually able to follow up with an extra kill there. Once again, going to be the player to shut down the final couple of frags. London Lynx to add another round to the board, and well, this is definitely in danger of getting even again, and the threat of overtime is still very much hanging in the air at the moment. It's surely not.
For the schedule, I hope not, but it would definitely make for an interesting game of Counter-Strike. We're into the 25th round of this lower bracket consolidation match to find out who will face CEX in that lower bracket final. Not a lot of utility for the T side. Ping already taken down to 25 HP by that grenade. And just going to be standing across. Mog could be the first to see some aggression, or to be the aggressor. He will not. Cyber just kind of backing away from that angle. Smoke towards mid, and now Brody readjusts, looks towards where Mog is playing from. There's 3 people left on this A site, and already it looks as though the bomb was going to be going towards the B site, but it looks as though it's actually going to be going towards the A site with 50 seconds left. Smokes should rain down any second now, so the push is imminent.
Yeah, going to be the A side at this point. 37 seconds remaining on the clock as the A hit is about to come in. Trouble N is going to be a pivotal factor in this exchange. Going to be interesting to see if he can pick himself up a couple of frags at the moment as things taking slow start. 20 seconds mark. Trouble N's actually going to go down in this exchange, and this could be interesting now as NEDS are able to get the bomb down. Low HP on Jay and Ping can make this a bit of a troublesome defense for them, but it is going to be London Lynx now. All eyes on them during this retake. Taking it very slow. Brody has to do this with an AWP. The boost is good, but all of this, what Trials is doing, is good, but it takes time, and time is not something that London Lynx have at the moment, especially when players like Jay are going to be able to do things like that. Time is still ticking. Bombs going at the moment. Jay's doing a perfect job here of just delaying things even more. There's no time. The London Lynx players, I say no time, yet no time at all, just dancing on the bomb.
I don't understand why Ryback didn't defuse at that point. He still had enough time. He had a defuse kit. So I'm just perplexed about why that happened. I'm astounded, astonished even.
I've just checked it back. He had a kit, and surely he had time to defuse.
I don't. Maybe he thought he didn't and picked one up. So a little bit of a misplay there. It hands a 14th round to NEDS, but the utility is definitely within the hands of London Lynx. They're just going to be lurking around the map, trying to control. Jake spamming, and that will be trouble. And spamming back. That smoke looks as though it has a little bit of a gap on that left side, but I could be wrong. There is a little bit of a gap there, but it's not going to be too much. Okay, spammed down.
Needs to react to that a hell of a lot. Clicker has lost a little bit of HP in the process. 52 HP currently on Mog. And we are going to see that bomb actually go towards A. It has been a successful fight, a successful sight for NEDS, as Neil does find a frag onto Brody.
That's big.
That nade actually just found a player. I didn't actually see who he was throwing it towards on my end, but glad you spotted it. Does manage to find Neil and takes him down. That's going to put us into a 4 versus 4 at the moment, as we do see NEDS try and get themselves onto the match and series point. It would be, as Jay, this boost is something that these NEDS players very much like to do at the moment. Cyber, nice position to find himself 2 frags, and Mog actually going to be able to find Trouble N. Cyber they can find even more, but Jay's going to shut him down at this point, and Ryback is going to have to be the player to stop NEDS getting onto match point at the moment. Ryback, you are going to have to go huge in this exchange as he comes round the corner. Maybe not quite waiting for it to do it yet. Ryback finds himself one. And the angle, they're just not aiming in the right area, unfortunately. Jay's going to find the frag. And that's going to be round 15. Map and series point.
There's a bit to be said. Like, the utility was very good from the terraces despite not having a lot of it. I'm a bit perplexed as to how Jay didn't get that first kill onto Trouble in Pit, but now it just looks as though it's going to be a bit of a B push already. It's just a balls out push, but it looks as though it's not going to work. Charles does get taken down, but Neil gets him through the smoke, and now the HP and player advantages are back in the hands of NEDS, and now this is where it gets interesting. They're going to be going back towards mid, get the mid control back, and still keep London Lynx guessing.
It's not impossible for London Lynx, but just looks so against them at this point. And especially considering how many times that NEDS have hit the A site, a B hit at this point, I'd suggest would catch them completely off guard. And we're already seeing one London Lynx player starting to rotate towards the A site.
Trouble N.
So this just isn't looking good now. Bit of an awkward situation right now for London Lynx, as they might have just made the wrong call. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen at the moment. And just as they start moving towards the A site even, Trouble Lane comes back to the B site. It's almost as if they're just mirror imaging what they're doing, but just in the completely wrong direction. NEDS making their way towards the A site, and Trouble N just seems to be just walking backwards and forwards. This guy's going mad, pacing himself, and wow, they're actually going to get behind, wrapping around. Ready to find Cyber. Mog's going to find Brody. This is going bad to worse for London Lynx. Trouble N and Ryback are going to be the only ones remaining, and they've only got CZs to work with. Looking so good at the moment for Neds, and you just can't see a way that they're going to lose this at this point. Remember, this is map and series point.
It is. They've not got a lot of utility left to play with. Just 2 flashes. The bomb already ticked pretty far. They've got to go now. Neil takes 1. Trouble N gets the dink on 2, but Jay swings out wide, gets the headshot, and that's London Lynx knocked out. The 4th seed going down to Neds, the Welsh boys.